Jai Shri Ram. This is my picturization of the contents of the book Keys to Success by Napoleon Hill. I read this when I was in my high school and this transformed my life. The first one is, purpose. You can see there is a porpoise trying to shake hands with a lion. I created a mnemonic so that I remember this whole book. And I made this visualization so that I can remember again all the contents. So, having a purpose, you need to have your clear purpose, a definite purpose in life. And what are the advantages of having a clear purpose? And then Lions reminds me of Mastermind Alliance. You must have a group of people who are similarly passionate about whatever you want to do. And then if you see, there are benefits of having such an alliance. And then Napoleon goes on to talk about personality. And when he talks about personality, broadly these are the points. Positive mental attitude, well, I don't have to explain that. Flexibility, sincerity of purpose, prompt decision making. That is possible when you have a clear goal in life. Otherwise, we waste time taking decisions because we are not clear on what we exactly want in life. Okay, courtesy, facial expressions, well, if you are smiling all the time, that's good. And a gentle tone. Courtesy is cheap, you don't have to get angry. Use nice words, give a firm handshake, make eye contact, personal magnetism, and no intolerance. Avoid all bigotry, and have faith in God, have faith in yourself, and like people, love people. Don't carry a frown. You see, people most of the time are itching for a fight. There is a lot of free floating anger always. So that's not good. So learn to like people. Everyone is fighting a hard battle. Humility, never lose an opportunity to find good in others and keep praising them. Then you will become a powerful magnet. People will love to talk to you because you make them feel nice. Give people honest compliments. People are starved of compliments. Okay, that's about personality. Then faith versus fear. Okay, then of course personality is grounded in the spiritual summit, that is the 17th one. I'll come to that later. So faith versus fear, and then orate, speak with conviction, learn how to deliver a good public speech. Power dressing, yeah, dressing is important. The cues and P's, that is the manners, know in which society you are, and never sort of indulge in any truant behavior. And then emotional control, and showmanship and tact. Now, showmanship is important. So I leave it to your imagination to understand that, because if I talk too much, then this video will become too lengthy. Then the next one is going the extra mile. This is something that truly changed my thinking. People always fall short of expectations. That's not what we should be doing. We should always try to exceed expectations and not meet deadlines but beat the deadlines. Promise less and deliver more. Normally, people do the exact opposite. Promise a lot but deliver less, and that leads to resentment. So, going the extra mile. Always exceed expectations. Do much more than what people would expect you to do, whatever you do. Okay. Initiative. Do not wait for somebody to motivate you. Be self motivated. Okay, that again depends on whether you have a clear goal in life. Next, about positive mental attitude. Okay, I have scribbled a few things here. You can see to the right. Close the door on past failures. Don't dwell on that. Find a role model. Yes. My role models are many. All the sants and Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Bhagavan Sri Ram and Hanumanji and, well, Dr. Ji, Dr. Baliram, Keshav Baliram Hedgewar, the founder of RSS, and then Guruji, Golwalkar Ji, Madhav Sadashiv Golwalkar Ji, the second Sarasanga Chalak, Chhatrapati Shivaji, Rana Pratap, Samartha Ramdas, Bhakta Tukaram, they are my role models. Okay, Narendra Modi is my current role model. And act. Don't just wait for some perfect time. Keep acting. uh, Keep working, keep working. As you stumble, we all make mistakes, and then that's how we go on learning. So don't wait for some perfect time. Break bad habits. No vices, no drinking, no smoking. Give up all these things. You can give it up just today. One strong decision, and then maybe pamper yourself with something else you love, so that it is a little easy going through the process of kicking out those bad habits. And get up in the morning, early morning, 5 o'clock, if possible 4 o'clock. Avoid negative conversations and negative people. These people are psychological vampires, they are time vampires. Okay, and that's what Napoleon Hill talked about PMA, positive mental attitude. Next, enthusiasm. Well, मुक्तसंगो अनहमवादी धृत्युत्साह समन्वितः सिद्ध्य सिद्ध्योर निर्विकारः कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते. Nothing can be achieved without enthusiasm. So find daily excitement, discover daily excitement. Be happy, damn it, and work out. Keep a pair of dumbbells and or or take a brisk walk and all that. Always be full of enthusiasm. In fact, the ABC of Hinduism is always be cheerful. Speed breaker. What is the speed breaker? The speed breaker is the self-discipline. So, please understand what is self-discipline. I leave it to you. Then emotional quotient. Take the EQ test. I have created a nice EQ test. Actually, these are 10 questions compiled by Daniel Goleman, and that's in the public domain. You can take the EQ test, look up my YouTube video. Then the next thing is accurate thinking. So I wrote there the binoculars of accurate thinking. Separate facts, beliefs, values, opinions, and fiction. Unfortunately, most people are full of, yes, you guessed it right, shit. They're full of shit, and they think their shit is facts. So we can't change their minds anyway. So know what is a fact and what is a belief, what is your values and opinions and fiction. Next is control your attention or lose time. That's so very true. Every minute, 24 hours, there is so much we can learn. Every day, I do a lot of reading and writing and scribbling and preparing for my talks which I'm going to deliver to the whole world, because I dream to be one day the greatest Bhagavad Gita trainer in the world. So we need not be miserly about dreaming. Whether I'll achieve that or not is not bothering me at all, because failure is not an option. And I have been lecturing and talking and reading, and I've saturated myself like a sponge, continuously absorbing a lot of information and talking about it. So my time will come. That's not my botheration. The ball is now in Rama's court. He has to create opportunities. He is already creating them. So control your attention. Do not watch TV mindlessly. Stupid serials, going to birthday parties, marriages, and a lot of time on social media, chatting and sharing pictures. This is all stuff which idiots are likely to do. So please don't become one. Okay, because you are a born genius. Every child is a born genius, but we have been seriously shortchanged by our education system, and because of the wrong kind of teaching and schooling, we are squandering our genius. So please control your attention, or you will lose time. Next, team play. Yeah, be a good team player. Create your own mastermind alliance. Learn how to be a good team player. Remember, every person you meet has something he can teach you, and every person can be of tremendous use and help. So we must know how to tap into their what do you call morale. so that they are willing to happily work with us. So this is about team play. I don't want to dwell. Uh, uh, there is a Sanskrit Subhashitam which I can't recollect straight away. Amantram aksharam nasti, nasti anaushadam, nasti mulo anaushadam. Ayogya purusho nasti, yojakastatra durlabaha. Amantaram aksharam nasti. Every letter can be as powerful as a mantra. It depends. You need a rishi to fashion a mantra. Anaushadam, mulo nasti. That means every root of any tree, the root or leaves or whatever, has medicinal value. And ayojaka purusho nasti. There is no human who is incapable or unskilled in something or the other. That means everyone has some skill, talent which can be harnessed. Yojakas tatra durlabaha. The harnessers are rare. People who are smart can quickly understand what each human being is capable of and then employ them, utilize them, motivate them to work for Loka Sangraha. Okay. Next is learning from failures. So we will make failures, and in fact we must make any number of failures fast. As many failures as you can, make them fast. That means keep trying all the time. Don't wait for a perfect day, but don't repeat the same mistake. Unfortunately we do that. So keep making new mistakes. So adversity is good. If people have backstabbed you, cheated you, fine, good. What's that quote? Cheat me once, fie on you. Shame on you, like fie on you or shame on you. Cheat me once, shame on you. Cheat me twice, shame on myself. Okay. Next is creative vision, creativity, lateral thinking. There are lots of lateral thinking puzzles and rebuses if you can work out. Sharpen your creativity. And what are the stages of creativity? 1. Saturation. That means you keep reading up, soaking up as much knowledge as possible. Kaizen, continuous improvement, continuous learning. Learning cannot stop. So you go on soaking up in your area of specialization. Read up every book in your area of specialization. Now don't waste your time reading general knowledge or general stuff and useless storybooks, fiction. The most useless people are those who have a lot of general knowledge. Okay. The world respects only specialists. So become a specialist in some area. What's your calling? Find out and then become a specialist in that. Next, saturation. Next stage is called incubation, which will go on at a deeper level in the brain. The unconscious will keep working and it will be cross-fertilizing ideas. Incubation. Then comes illumination or epiphany. You will have a lot of epiphanies when you have soaked up. Incubation, saturation, incubation, illumination, and then verification, application, and finally technology. So this is how these are called the stages of creativity. Okay. So mastering memory techniques, that's also important. Sharpen your memory, learn verbal pegging, chain link methods. Most people are lazy. They don't like to do all this because they think it's all a waste of time. It's only useful to show off, but it does not have any practical application. Nonsense. These are losers. 80-20 rule. 80% of the people are losers because they don't do what the 20% do. The 20% are the champions. The 20% don't do what the 80% do. And 80% of the people in this world control only 20% of the wealth of the world. So this 80-20 rule is another very interesting rule which applies to anything and everything. For example, books. 80% of any book is information which you already know. The 20% which you don't know, if you are a smart reader, you will be able to quickly cull that out. Go to the index. How to read a book is another interesting thing. In fact, there's a book on how to read a book. So read the index, carry a highlighter, identify words and concepts which are mentioned there which you don't know. Quickly look them up and scan the book and keep it aside. If you want to really memorize it, then you'll have to give it a second reading or scribble quickly in a notebook. Talk about it, make a small video, YouTube video, make it, and Well, right now this video which I am making, I don't think many people will watch, but it doesn't matter. I am going to listen to myself a couple of times so that it is impressed. What is expressed is impressed. Okay, docendo decimus is the Latin quote. We learn by teaching. We learn by teaching. Remember that quote. DOCENDI, docendo decimus, DISCIMUS. Latin quote. When you drop a few Latin quotes in your speech, those who don't know will shut up because they'll be scared of the breadth of knowledge you have. And those who know will appreciate your reading and knowledge. Health, well, I don't have to explain that. And then time management grid. This is, well, the bank. Well, he's talking about saving and all that. Saving. Time management grid, Stephen R. Covey. That I have already talked about that. And if you don't know, just look up Google. Time management matrix of Stephen R. Covey. So that is another game changer that will change the way you look at your life and the way you utilize your time. And the last one is cosmic habit force. Napoleon Hill gets truly spiritual here. And this reminds me actually of 247 Bhagavad Gita. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhur mate sangostva akarmani. I am a strong believer in karma, right? Not that I am a fatalist. Nobody should be a fatalist, but which basically means if you are determined and if you put in the effort required to acquire the skills necessary, then and not give up, then the laws of the universe will conspire to ensure that your dream becomes a reality. And don't give up your dream. It may come true. Never give up your dream. It may come true. So, this is called the Spiritual Summit. I gave it that name anyway. And the golden rule is treat people the way you want them to treat you. Well, actually, the golden rule would be treat people the way they want to be treated. Well, I don't know. I'm not very sure. But to a certain extent, I leave it to you. So, this is at the bottom, genius is 99% perspiration, 1% inspiration. That's a quote of Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison. Genius is 99% perspiration, 1% inspiration. So you have a good idea, work on it, work on it. Okay, I think that's all. I've given you a summary of the wonderful book Napoleon Hill's Keys to Success. Jai Shri Ram.